I believe that the greatest epidemic or problem in the church today is actually unbelief, where we have a measure of faith in God, but it's limited. I don't know what your theology here is tonight, but you need to understand that God partners with our faith. Instead of concluding, oh, it's all too hard, maybe today is not the day for a miracle. Maybe today God can't move in my friend's life. They got up onto the roof and began to rip the ceiling of the house. As you walk with Jesus, the enemy wants nothing more than to always put a ceiling of unbelief over your life. And what happens when you keep living under that ceiling of unbelief is eventually you will deconstruct and walk away from God. But God wants to rip the ceiling of unbelief over our lives. So many of us have an unholy discontentment where we're not contented with the church leadership. We're not contented with our connect group. We need to have a holy discontentment. If ever you live under the ceiling of unbelief, you need to keep remembering how great God is. So when you come to church and it feels like God isn't moving, just continue to press in. Friends, we're going to break the ceiling of unbelief by remembering how big God is. Job says this in Job 42:2, I know that you can do everything and that no purpose of yours can be withheld from you. Who's ready for God to break through that ceiling of unbelief in your life?